We live, no.
All right.
Y'all check the feed real quick too, Bobby. Shot somebody.
Chickity check that real quick.
Go ahead, bro. Just open up.
All right. Shalom, Makiam.
Shalom.
We like to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar the lost of apostles of El's great millstone. Blesses God to be lit. Few sisters, confusion faces. All right, that's waking up, that's doing, that's learning this truth. You know what I'm saying? We about to go in. You know what I'm saying? Brothers get together and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? What's the topic, Akim?
We're gonna speak about this Mitch McConnell situation. Speaking about the reparations. He said after 150 years, we don't know who's to blame to even be able to begin to even mentally decipher who's going to be responsible for paying out reparations. So they don't even want to give it. And honestly, through the spirit, Apostle Hall been speaking about it lately. It's the Most High who's going to give us the reparations that we desire. So in so many words, we're going to speak about it and hopefully be edifying.
Yeah, because the word reparation is basically derived from the word repair. That's basically what the word reparation goes into. Right, because with these Hebrew Edomites, they're not going to repair the state of the Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, Neighbors, Single Indians. The only ones who going to repair it is who you people really call God and Jesus Christ, who Hebrew name is Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. That's the only one who coming back. The Lord said what? He was going to seal up the breaches thereof. Right. That means the Lord going to repair the breach that was basically penetrated, if you will, for lack of a better term, between the nation of Israel, well, the southern and the northern kingdom, right? Because we separated. It was a split. Okay, so the Lord, He the only one who coming back to repair that. Money ain't gonna repair that. That's the spirit. If I could say this, that nigga T-Pain, there was a video that his brother died, and this one nigga was saying why he ain't pay money, and he was basically going into like money can't heal particular sicknesses, if you will. So reparations ain't gonna be able to heal the state of the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because that ain't real money anyway. Real money is gold and silver. Real money is land and property, slaves. That's real money. So.
If I can laugh back off you, there was an elder apostle of Bar who also made mention, before we get to the scriptures, he made mention how at one point in time we had everything of our own. You had what's known as quote unquote Black Wall Street. And on Black Wall Street, you had your own army, your own theater, your own doctors, your own lawyers. You had your own just about everything, your own supermarkets, your own everything, and it still came to naught because it was a man. It wasn't of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? So in so many words, we're speaking about the reparations of slavery and how we never been, you can say repaid back from, compensated for it, like you could say the Holocaust survivors or the people who survived the Batman and Little Boy, the Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They've been compensated 10 times over, but we, as the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians, we never received anything. So, Bible Shop, I don't mind. I want to open up the scripture. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 15. And it reads, that which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. And the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, required that which is past.
Yeah, because if I could say this, that dude, Mitch McConnell, he was basically saying that they paid for their original sin of slavery.
That's right.
Which that's a false statement, because the only way that you read Hebrew Edomites can pay for the original sin of slavery, Revelations 13:9 and 10. Scripture said, he that leadeth in the captivity, right, shall go into captivity. That's the way that you read Hebrew Edomites is going to pay for y'all original sin of slavery, right? The scripture says, when you read Obadiah, the book of Obadiah, the scripture says, matter of fact, let me read this real quick, Bible Kushah Hakim. This is Obadiah chapter 1, of course, in verse 15. It said, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. Who are the heathen? Esau, Edom, first and foremost, and the other nations outside of the nation Israel. They are the heathens, man. It says, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Right. So that's the only way that you read Hebrew Edomites, which Mitch McConnell, he's a descendant of Esau, Edom. The only way that they're going to be able to pay for their original sin of slavery is what? Is the Israelite do unto them what they did unto us, but in righteousness, right? Because we ain't going to do the wicked acts that they did, specifically like popping men in the butt. You got that shit called buck, the water, bro. Buck breaking. We ain't gonna lay with they women if they married us. We ain't gonna do all that. You know what I'm saying? So it says, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon our own head. Right. So it's gonna return upon your own head. What's the reward? The scripture talk about whatever you plant, then that shall be reaped, roughly paraphrasing. That what you sow, right? So what y'all sow? Y'all sow wickedness, well, atrocity, and y'all persecuted who? The nation of Israel, the Negroes, Latinos, Native similar Indians, man. So the only way you gonna pay for your original sin of slavery is for you red Hebrew Edomites, all right, as a whole nation to go into slavery and captivity under who? Pursuant to what? Isaiah the 14th chapter, the scripture say what? That we shall take them captives. Who's captives? Yeah, so that's the only way you devils gonna pay for the original sin of slavery. Okay, go ahead. Yeah,
This Job 20:10. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can speak on it.
No, that was beautiful. Because it said their children shall seek to please the poor, man. And that's what you see when the Edomites, the descendants of Esau, when they come up to the camps. You know what I mean? They be pleasing to seek us. I mean, seeking to please us, man. You know what I mean? Oh, well, that wasn't me, and I didn't do that. Give us a hug. Or we all brothers. No, man. All that shit that y'all did, and y'all want us to turn around and befriend y'all. Y'all did too much fucking wickedness in order of us to befriend y'all, man. Y'all gotta pay for a lot of the things y'all did. And if y'all was truly our brothers, why don't y'all share the love, so to speak, man?
Yeah, right. Share the wealth.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, why don't y'all give us a part in y'all kingdom? Because these devils, these red Hebrew Edomites, they know that this is their kingdom. I forget what scripture talk about it, that this is our inheritance. These devils said that. This is their inheritance, man. This kingdom and this society that we living in, and them ruling over it. So why don't, if we brothers, all right, and you know what I'm saying, if y'all pay for your original sin of slavery, why don't y'all give us a part of y'all kingdom? So to speak, well, I don't want a part of it. Go ahead.
Or at least, shit, goddamn, man, we should be tax exempt, man.
Right,
you know, we should have a full fucking check, man. They don't even give us that, man. Shit.
They constantly bringing more straits upon us, man. Making things worse for Jake, man.
Oh, so you got that precept?
I got you, right?
Wow.
Jeremiah 30, verse 16. It says, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
It is. That's the ultimate payback. Shit. The scriptures say in 2 Thessalonians 1:6, seeing it as a righteous thing with the Most High, Yahweh Hashem El Shai, to recompense them tribulation to them that trouble you. You know what I'm saying? Bible, can I bring that back one more time?
Jeremiah 30, verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them.
Every one of them, man. Hey, man, you partook in the triangular slave trade. You know what I'm saying? You built the ship, you Ishmaelites, you Edomites, you received it, you Hamites, you drowned us up, so on and so forth. Every other nation outside the elect of the nation of Israel is going to have to pay the fucking price, man. Keep going about the shit.
Every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be spoiled.
That's plain. That's plain. So all the wealth that you got, like the scriptures say, all the riches that you received, you're gonna vomit it up, man. You know, you're gonna be spoiled just like we were spoiled. I mean, we scraping by, we living past paycheck, man. Esau, you're gonna be the bottom of the totem pole, man. That's the judgment of the Lord. Bible, shall keep going, because verse 17. And all
that prey upon thee will I give for a prey, for I will restore health unto thee.
That's the ultimate reparation what the brother just speaking about. He said he's gonna restore it. That's the healing, you know?
And say, for I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, says the Lord, because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after.
And the Lord always deals with the underdog, the nation of Israel, man. All right, he said in Deuteronomy the 7th chapter, he didn't choose it because we were more in number. He said we refused to more in number. You know what I'm saying? He said this love upon us for his purpose, man. All right, this is the judgment of Yahweh Hashem El Shai, that you other nations who had a downfall and a demise is gonna have to pay for it, man. Absolutely. And we don't want no fucking money. And with your face on it. It ain't even backed by gold or silver. Man, we don't want that shit. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 7:7, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. And we don't, a gift destroyeth the heart, man. If this damn devil give Jake money, man, that's gonna destroy Jake, man. We know that, man. All right, we know we in the stress. We don't want your money. We waiting on that spiritual reward, man. Because the Lord got the ultimate retirement plan for us, man. That you can't offer, man.
That's right. And what you just said, I got a precept for what you just said.
I got one too.
Real quick.
You got it.
Proverbs 17 is the matching brother. Proverbs 17 verse 23. A wicked man taketh a gift out of the bosom to pervert the ways of judgment, man. Yeah, so you take a gift, a gift to destroy the heart. So if you take I said a wicked man taketh a gift out of his bosom to pervert the ways of judgment, man. So you can't take a gift or whatever, because like I say, if you do, that will cause your judgment, so to speak, man. So Esau, like the brother saying, man, we don't want nothing. We don't want the new iPhone, the Xbox 20, whatever what you got. We don't want none of that, bro. We want you to go into slavery because you're not right as a ruler, man.
That's right.
You doing things that's not necessary for people. You can make it to where people work 4 hours a day and they still get a good pay for that day, but instead you gotta make motherfuckers work 8 to 12 hours and they still making ends meet, bro. So we want you out of power because you're not fit as a ruler, man. This goes beyond just color. This goes beyond, oh, I don't like you, no, bro. This is ancient beef, man. It goes back to all the way to Cain and Abel, man. It goes back to you not being fit to rule, man.
And all Esau gonna do is, as you was 2 Corinthians 2:11. We know through his policy, he calls scraps to prosper. So when the devil makes some type of agreement with you, he end up backstabbing you. So the Lord didn't set this devil up to be he don't know good, man. He only know evil.
That's right, bro.
We trust our enemies.
It's in the book of Exodus 17, in the last verse that he said the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah have over Amalek from generation to generation. We're talking about ancient beef. That's the beef that the Lord have, man. The Lord said he loved Jacob and he hated Esau. And now you're starting to feel that hatred, man. Because your white privilege being taken the fuck away from you. You can't utilize it like you used to before. You know, people, hey man, this is a very sensitive generation Z. You know what I'm saying? This is a very sensitive generation. You can't say too much without taking off the wrong person and possibly getting sued or something bad falling behind it. But if I may, Bible Kasha, I want to land back up the brother also and get Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 20, verse 29. It says, presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise and stop up his mouth that he cannot reprove. You know, through the spirit, what we was talking about off camera was that if Jake was given this unanimous amount of money, they're going to buy, again, like the Apostle Hall said, J's to the ceiling. They're going to buy 1,000 packs of Newports. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be utilizing it in wickedness because the scriptures say riches are not comely for a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to use it for bullshit, so to speak. Of course, there's a select few that might make a bid, but brothers, they're going to utilize it for uplifting brothers, man. So presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise and stop up his mouth that he can't reprove, because initially you'll be cussing out Esau, but once you get a little substance, then you be like, no, well, maybe he's not so bad after all. But no, that ain't the case, man. The Lord said his blood gotta be fucking shed, man. Straight up.
What you just said,
Go ahead.
I said that's perfect, man. Because remember what Judas did, man. That nigga Judas took the shekels of silver, and that perverted his judgment, man. You would have probably did the right thing, but since you got offered that money, that made you be a little less like, you know what, man, maybe maybe this ain't so bad, man. It clouds your judgment. That lead me to this scripture right there. Can you get that money?
Deuteronomy 16 and 19, thou shalt not rest judgment, thou shalt not respect persons, neither take a gift, for a gift doeth blind the eyes of the wise and pervert the words of the righteous.
Right, now bring yours back.
Ecclesiasticus 20:29. Presents and gifts blind the eyes of the wise. And stop up his mouth that he cannot reprove.
Right, now because this whole lesson is about reparations, and you Esau, because what you trying to do it's called hush money, man. You know what I mean? When you give money to people to keep shit on the down low, or to keep shit from being aired out, but you ain't gonna pay the men of the Lord off, man. We want something beyond what you have to offer. What you have to offer is not righteousness. You see the Lord offering righteousness and a kingdom that's going to be forever, and we're going to dwell in righteousness. So you can't offer that. Only thing you got to offer is wickedness and a corruptible crown, man. Shit that we don't want nothing to do with, bro. We see what you had to offer and be like, nah, bro.
I gotta
preach that. Hey, this is Sirach 13 and 6. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope and he would speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? And that's what Esau trying to do. All right, he wanna put you in hope and ask you what you need. We don't want nothing. Yeah, and maybe 2/3 of the nation there, but we don't, man. All right, we know what this. He's a damn serpent, man.
That's right, bro.
Through the Spirit, Bible can I call for Baruch 4:25? Okay. We want your bloodshed, man. That's
right.
If I can grab the scripture, Numbers 35 and 33. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are. And the reparations go back to slavery. Now, I'm talking about, we first landed here in really 1492, but you can say about Virginia. What was it, 1619, 1620, that we landed here on the soils of Virginia, West Virginia, and were brought here as slaves, man. Mm-hmm. It says, so the land is polluted. It's written in document proof that Cristobal Colon would not put down his sword for 1 hour.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So it says Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him
you see
that shed
it. That kills it. He can't even give us gifts, man, because the Lord required blood for this. For blood, man.
That's right.
Damn.
That's right.
I do. You think the Lord gonna change his mind?
Yeah, right.
Because these devils know that their kingdom is at hand and it's fallen. So now you wanna wait till the end after you rape, robbed, and murdered and tortured us. Now you wanna try to.
What you just said, that just remind me of what Esau be trying to do with his retail situation. Here it is, you done had everything a high price for the fucking longest. Then when you see motherfuckers ain't buying, now you want to drop shit down to 70% or nah, bro. You should have been fucking selling that shit earlier, yo. Don't gotta fucking sell shit down, man. That's right. You go ahead and buy it. You have to. Okay. Yeah. Who had that last one? You said number.
Yeah, Baruch.
Okay, Con. Baruch. You said 4 and what?
25.
Con. Baruch 4 verse 25. It said, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from Yahweh, for thine enemy have persecuted thee.
And if I may say real quick, that's one of the things that I'm recently having to examine myself about. We gotta suffer patiently, which those words are synonymous with each other. Mm-hmm. Suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon us from the Most High. It tells you in that same chapter, Baba Kashad, the same chapter, jump to 18, but come back to 25. Because in that same chapter, it reiterates that the Heavenly Father is the one that brought us upon us.
Baruch chapter 4, verse 18. It say, for he that brought these plagues upon you will deliver you from the hands of your enemies.
So this is the Most High who brought these plagues upon us. Yeah. He got us suffering and stuff as of right now.
It's not Esau himself.
Yeah, That's right. That's right.
And that's the thing. Jake don't understand. Like, we keep trying to explain to you niggas, look, it's the Lord, bro. If you are a so-called liberal Latino Native American and you acknowledge that God has control over the whole universe, then you should understand that, look, God doing this to me. So with that being said, you gotta be like, damn, if God doing this to me, what did I do wrong, man? Right. You niggas are sinning, man. That's what Jake don't understand. That's why brothers be going so hard on the highways, because you niggas, you don't get it, man. You going off, man. All right, and what we try to explain to you that it can be corrected if you just simply apply the scriptures, man.
That's why we be in the spirit of saying, fuck Esau. Yeah. We know Esau don't have no power over what we're doing to him. All right, the Lord is controlling this, and the scriptures talk about how all things obey the will of the Lord. So we need to be getting right with the Lord. Fuck Esau. Esau, you're weak.
Yeah, right.
You already got no power for real. Only reason why you got power is because of our power.
That's right, bro.
That's right.
I got that. Go
ahead. You want to finish
that
up? Baruch chapter 4. You want to jump back to 25? Baruch 4 verse 25. My children suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from Yahweh, for thine enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction.
That's the real reparations right there, man. To bring him the fuck down. The scripture talk about Sirach 25:7. All right, there be 9 things which I have judged to be joyful, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy, man. That's the beginning of our reparations, bro.
It's a certain thing when you take down your enemy, bro. Like it's like y'all see the first Batman Begins, when he was getting pulled out or whatever, Lord, and he had a gun on him, the 32, and he's about to shoot him. And then he got shot, and then Rachel was about to drag him away. He's like, oh no, I need to see this, man. I need to see this nigga fall, bro. There's something about seeing your enemy drop dead and his soul leave his body. Oh, hell yeah, man. It's like your eyes get filled with some type of like joy, man. Joy, straight up.
Well, hold up.
Tears of joy.
Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Average person, man, they get their family member killed. They want the police to get justice, or they want to catch them. They really want to kill them. Right. But they want justice on their enemies. So people are hypocrites, man.
I got a precept. Ezekiel 35 and 5, it said, because thou hast had perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. This is the point. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, but blood shall pursue thee.
Blood gonna pursue your ass.
Now it's time to get what you want. Genesis 9 and 6. Whosoever sheddeth a man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of Yahweh made man.
There you go. So you shed, guess what? You shed man's blood. Guess what? Your blood gotta be shed, man. This is like the elder required quote said from London, man. That is what you call balance, man. Right. The scales of justice must be balanced, man. And what you doing right now? You have the scale tipped, man. That's right. You have iniquity and wickedness all up here, and then righteousness is down there. Most I got balanced out. That's why we out there, man. We out there, man. Balance this shit out.
That's right.
Go slightly. Go ahead,
bro. I ain't mean to. And that's why the scriptures say, because the iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. That's why you keep hearing all these different instances of, oh, this man killed this woman, or the woman killed the man, and this and that going on, because iniquity is fucking abounding. You ain't nobody, there's no moral high ground other than the prophets that's out there pushing the will of the Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
And that's why the Lord said you're gonna be a city is set upon a hill cannot be hid. The Lord said we're gonna be the light of the city, because y'all gotta understand, the closer we get to like the end, right? It can be the year 2020, year 2022, or whatever, but the closer that we get to the end of this, the more wickedness is gonna be prevailed throughout the world. So with that being said, people gonna cling to us like, hey, I don't know something about y'all, man. Y'all doing the right thing because we the light. And the light gonna be seen in darkness, bro. Right. This world, man, this shit is wicked.
Hey, what about this, Esau? What about this, devil? Ezekiel 36 and 2, thus saith the Lord, because the enemy have said against you, aha, even the ancient places are in our possession. Hold on, what about that, Esau? You remember that statement? Now you want to all words reparation?
I gotta bring it back.
All right, this is Ezekiel 36 and 2. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because the enemy have said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are in our possession.
Keep going.
It says, therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because they have made you desolate.
There it is, right there. They spoiled us, they made us desolate. Without it happening, they kill us all the day long, to this very day. Then we never go scot-free. I just seen an article today, put us on the shade room, was talking about 72 officers got caught posting racist stuff on social media. They got pulled off the street, so to speak. It's a perpetual hatred that these fucking devils have against us, man. 72 cops taken off because they posted racist. They said, they can't be out there on the street patrolling because they got biased and so on and so forth. Bring that back. Keep going by with that verse.
Ezekiel 36 and 2, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because the enemy have said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are in our possession. Therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen.
There it is. They want us to remain in possession unto the heathen. That's why they constantly cause us to earth, constantly cause us to go off to Yahweh Bashim, so they can try to remain in power that much longer, man. But the Heavenly Father said what? Not only for 2/3 of Israel, but he said he's gonna disannul that covenant y'all people made with death, man. Because that ain't his will. He come to establish where he got proposed, man. All right, and that's to set up Israel as being the governing body of the kingdom to come. Start first and foremost with the elect, the apostles, the elders, the great millstone on down, man.
Yeah, dude, you Edomites, man, that is such a fucking insult, man. For you to get, like, you slaughtered millions of our people, man. You talking about giving a couple Twitter, like my man Muhammad Ali. What the hell is a couple spanky dollars and a couple? That's not gonna do nothing, bro.
The elder Apostle Hart said $1 million is a slap in the face.
It is, man.
It's a slap in the fucking face, man.
It is.
And you know why? Even it's a more slap in the face that all their wealth came from us. They stole like that's like taking stuff from somebody and giving them back.
Yeah.
A portion of it back, not
Right.
all of it.
You know what I'm saying? That's like a chick giving you some money, giving you $500, and the next week she's like, I want these shoes that cost $100. I'm spending your money.
Right. I get it on her birthday.
They gonna spend it up anyway.
Exactly, man.
Right. Way more than that.
The point of all that, like the brother said, is that it's an insult, man. You can't, bro, me losing a fucking mom or a dad or a son or a sibling is not worth no fucking money, man. You know what I mean? So the fact that you gonna say I'll give you $1 million to compensate for a life of a kin, nah, bro.
But guess what? I'm gonna say this. All the whole reparation thing is just Esau deception to keep us. He wanted, like the brother made mention, he wanted to keep us forever. So I got a precept. This Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel, the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon.
He come to despise it because right now they settle on their knees. They comfortable. The Lord said he come to punish the men that settle on their knees. Right now they can play video games. They ain't think about the Lord. They ain't think shit about y'all about shooting out shot, man. These people is out here fulfilling the lust of their own fucking belly, man. Whether they want to deal with a woman, want to get a fucking college degree, want to play video games, want to do this and do that, man. Jump to verse 29.
Jeremiah 50 and 29. It reads, call together the archers against Babylon.
The archers, man. These nuclear capable countries, man. This is the end all be all. Like y'all think y'all about to collect the 401 fucking K pension plan. Y'all ain't got shit coming, man. The Lord's coming to bring judgment. Real reparations, man. Because that's where it starts at. The scriptures talk about in secondary, I gotta get it. Secondary is the 4th chapter, that the evil is sown, all right? But the good cannot come until this place is passed away. That's the beginning of our reparations, to see Esau destroyed, and then we're going to rule in righteousness forever.
Yeah, because in order for the kingdom to come to pass, what they don't realize is that your enemy has to go down. All right, there's a Latin phrase that they showed that movie. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, Punisher. The movie Punisher, it was right when he go down the ship and killed his family. He was like he quoted a Latin a Spanish phrase. It's called sic vis pacta bellum, and I mean it translates, if you want peace, prepare for war. If you want peace, man, you gotta prepare for war, man, because you have to take the enemy down, man. The enemy, he can't reign over you and then y'all coexist and everything be all goody, man. He's the enemy for a fucking reason, man. He's the enemy because he don't want to see the betterment of your people. He does not care about you tribes, man. How many times you gotta shoot a nigga down the street, man?
That's right.
How many times you gotta do all this? He don't care, man.
That's right. Psalms 83rd chapter tell you who the enemy is.
Yeah, real shit.
Oh, Sean, you got it, brother.
I got it.
Yeah, keep on.
Oh, this Jeremiah. Was that 50? All right.
29.
Yeah, this Jeremiah 50, verse 29. It say, call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, kept against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she have done. Do unto her, for she have been proud against the Holy One of Israel.
And that's the spirit, because the scriptures in Revelation 18 chapter talk about not only do unto her what she done unto thee, but do double. You know what I'm saying? So we serve, you can say roughly 500 years of hard bondage slavery to this very day. I'm talking post-slavery. Still to this day, we serve a hard bondage. You're talking about working 10, 12 hours, so on and so forth. Esau, you got to work a 4-day, man.
Yeah.
A 4 day, 1,000 years.
Esau wanted. That's why I'm saying that everything that this devil do is just deception, man. To deceive you, to catch you off guard, and something else, man.
That's right.
And ultimately, for everyone, if Esau give everybody $1 million, what that's gonna lead to? Most of our people get that RFID microchip. Just get $1 million, they ain't gonna let that go. $1 million, all I gotta do is get the chip. Oh shit.
Yeah. And that obviously could be a possibility of a way of them to implement the chip. That's right. Oh, y'all want your reparations? We overviewed it. We seen this and that. We could potentially give you a reparation, but you got to take it in a new form of currency. It's no longer the greenback.
That's right.
It's this new form. It's the technology. It's digital. Yada 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 yada. Because I can see Esau. What's the word? Bribing Jake to take the chip like that, man.
Yeah. And Jake don't understand, like, they don't understand like what comes with taking that though. They just looking like, oh yeah, man, no, this what they doing. This the new thing. Look, man, once you take that chip, man, that is your ass, man.
Right.
And Jake like to be like, they like to say, oh, we all gonna die. No, bro, the death of taking the chip, man, that's something far beyond your wildest imagination, bro. You don't know what it's like to get burned with 1,000,000 degrees of fire, bro. You know what I mean? That shit is hell, man. It's hell, bro.
I got on soft one. This is Proverbs 15:27. It says, "He that is greedy of gain trouble his own house, but he that hateth gifts shall live."
Hey, man. It say, "He that is greedy of gain trouble his own house," man. You know what I mean? Esau, you constantly greedy of goods, and then it to the point where you fuck up your own country, bro.
That's right.
You literally mess up your own country because that greed it consumes you, man.
Baba Kasha, I got to have back on.
What you want, bro?
9/11. What happened was Larry Silverstein. Y'all should Google that.
Yeah, we know
Larry,
the dude that was the seven building.
Silverstein. He owned both buildings. He got a double portion. He fought that in court. Man, well, my insurance premium said this, but because 2 buildings fell, I should get a double for. He got like 4.2 or 4.6 billion with a B.
Oh no, but not only that.
From insurance.
Okay, that's on the small scale.
On the small
Guess
scale,
what? You got Esau, you got the elites that they did all that. Oh yeah, you get this little punk ass 4 billion nigga, take that from them weak ass buildings. We gonna go over there, get the poppy seed, and we gonna get trillions.
It's trillions,
All about greed.
All about greed. And they troubled their own people. Killed 3,000 some American citizens just for fucking money. That's the anatomy and the characteristics of the red Hebrew fucking Edomite.
That's right.
I got it, bro. Y'all got emergency.
Sirach chapter 14, verse 5. You know, I got
Get it there, yo.
country on that. Sirach chapter 14, Sirach 14, verse 5. It says, "He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods," man. So here it is, Esau. You evil to your own self, your own people, bro. There it is, nigga. We living in America, bro. You polluting the air. Your own people live in this motherfucker, bro.
The fire, the water, the food.
Yeah, bro. You got fucking middle class Edomites breathing the same air we breathing, bro. Walking on the street, coughing. You know what I mean? Eat GMOs. These your people. You saw. If we was in real shit, this shit wouldn't be happening. We wouldn't be treating our people like that. But the problem with Esau, you the fucking devil, bro. And your ass got to go, man.
That's right.
You gotta go, bro. I don't give a damn what anybody say. Mom, dad, siblings, cousins, elders. You gotta go, bro. Let me say hypothetically, if like the brother's like, "Hey man, you know, Esau," I'm like, "Shit, Esau the devil, bro." I'm totally convinced that this nigga's the devil, bro.
That's right.
Can't nobody tell me otherwise.
That's right.
It's, Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So the only way to stop the mourning is for the righteous to get in authority, man. That $1 million nigga still gonna mourn.
That's right. You're right.
You gonna still be in hell, bro.
That's why you got 31 consecutive weeks of yellow vest protests. And we're not talking about no small white picket fence and this and that. We talking about people losing limbs. It's bloodshed. They sending cops to the hospital, cops sending niggas to the hospital. It's all kind of chaos consecutively, nonstop, weekend after weekend after weekend for 7 months straight.
And over there in China, they got millions of people over there in China marching through the streets.
And you got millions of people marching here for wage increase, for police brutality, for stop raping, for this and for that, man. That's a sign of people mourning because the wicked are bearing rule right now.
He done took peace from the whole planet Earth. Hey, and you can see through the spirit, because I remember at the United Nations, they had the bitch, her name was Nikki Haley. She was speaking on the behalf of the other country, talking about, "We gave you all this, we gave you all that, we should be allowed to do this." They were them gifts. See, that's all America do, and that's how they deceive these other countries. By the way of gifts, money, aid, but now it's not working.
That's Obadiah. They said, they eat their bread. Says,
that's the spirit, bro. There was a recent article on RT News about the humanitarian aid for Venezuela was given to the Colombians. That was all a facade. That was they
Oh,
act
they
like
spending
they
that
wanted,
money?
yeah,
They were spending that
they
shit,
act like
man.
they wanted to help
Ain't that a
Venezuela when they couldn't set up their self-proclaimed interim president Juan Guaido. They start taking that aid and giving it to everyone else except for them. That shows that they didn't really care to help. Isaiah 30:7. The strength of Egypt is the sixth steel. Of no avail.
That storm happened in hurricane hit Puerto Rico. Niggas down there shooting paper towels and basketball. Talking about they making America in debt because we gotta help them.
They said we don't give a damn about y'all, man. Then they was wanting to allow them to come in the U.S. and all that. Man.
Showing you.
Talking about Puerto Rico was putting a dent in the American funds. You spending all the damn money on the damn $600 billion on the damn military, nigga. That's not going to deliver you from the Lord's wrath.
That damn war.
That war.
That's the spirit, bro. I was going into an article recently about the suicide rate increasing, and one of the many reasons was because they was pushing this unwinnable war. They said it toppled like 6 trillion or 6 billion, something like 6 trillion, 6 billion, like that dollars, and that also played a role. But they deceived that message. They weren't trying to act like the military is the reason behind the money. They act like everything else is, whether it be welfare, for this or for that. They trying to like, oh, that's the money that's accumulated. But no, the reality is this unwinnable war that you keep fucking proclaiming. And right now they're trying to go to war with Iran.
That's right.
They're trying to forcibly. John Bolton and Mike Pompeo are two war fucking monger Edomites, man. That all they want is to fucking spill blood, take peace from the earth, man.
Right.
It's evident, man. Y'all got a precept? I got
There's
one.
false accusations about that shit too.
So like I'm in the wrong book, it appears. Oh no, this is it. Second Esdras, but it's safe first at the top. Second Esdras 4:28. It says, "But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come." The evil is sown here. We're talking about how iniquity is abounding. You know, the evil is sown here all through and through America, man. Ooh. People don't look at America as the place of to want to flock to, as a vacation. People in America want to take a vacation elsewhere. Dubai. Let's go to fucking Dominican Republic. Let's go here. Let's go there. Barbados. Let's go to Tijuana. But they don't want to be here in America.
Yeah.
It says, verse 29, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down.
Yeah, in other words, the things that our people was accustomed to back then, it had to be reversed. Like, did you guys remember, like during the time of Esdras and other men of the Lord, they were accustomed to like our ways. Like they knew how things work. They knew who they were. They knew like the laws and all that. So the angel was telling them like, look, things need to be turned upside down. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty much totally adverse to the ways of the Heavenly Father. Go ahead.
And this aspect is referring to the evil being turned upside down in the righteous sense. It says, if therefore that which is sown, which is that evil, be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good, which is the kingdom. You know, so this place has to be destroyed by fire in order for the kingdom to be established.
I got one more for this step.
You got it, bro.
This Sirach 10:7. Pride is hateful before Yahweh and man, and by both do one commit iniquity because of unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches got by deceit. The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
That's right.
So that means that you true servants, because y'all is the true servant according to the scriptures. All right, hey, just like y'all was proud when y'all took us down at that statue of Theodore Roosevelt, all right, in New York City, all right, we gonna take y'all damn devils down. Hey, the scriptures pretty gonna take them by force, man. So it's nothing you devils can do, nothing you can offer that the Lord can't over offer, man. Because with the Lord, as like I said earlier, man, the retirement plan that the Lord got for us, man, is nothing that can top that, man. All we gotta do is wait patient. So keep your money, all right. And, hey, you know, because with the scripture, the richest prophet died of the day of wrath, man. All right.
Yeah, we said that shit too. Yeah, we was saying, hey, you can keep your blankets and your pillow, bitch, because I'm about to be home. I got a quick one real quick.
Go ahead.
This is Micah 6:12. It says, for the rich man thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. Yeah,
right.
man. The rich man being these Edomites, man. All right, and it's not our fault that you other low class Edomites ain't getting a piece of the pie, man. You know what I'm saying? This damn devil didn't cut it. That's why he made slavery, the whole thing about the South and the North, man. You know what I'm saying? Stopping Jake from being a slave on you other Edomites, because you had a small group, the 1% they call it. They wanted to have all the riches. They wanted to have all the power, man. So they made everybody into a financial slave, man, a money slave, man. They said, no, fuck that, man. And then they seen how, like, the Edomites up north was cheating Jake. The Edomites, you know, 1%, the Illuminati and all that. They said, man, look, how are we gonna be able to agree on things that they got their mind set on something else? So they said, fuck that shit, we gonna make them slaves too, and we gonna keep the money, because other Edomites, you know, the rituals and all that shit they do, they're booked the fuck out, man. They said there's only a few select chosen that can handle that being at the top, man. Which is true. Just like you got 2/3 Jakes, man. They can't handle the concept of beating the shit out of Edomites, enslaving them and all that, and having vengeance over your enemies. Only a certain select small group can handle that.
And that's why Esau, he transferred knowledge over to certain individuals. He don't just pick him, he's like the Lord. Esau got the mindset of the Most High in a sense. Because the Most High, he don't just pick any old nigga. Just like Esau, he don't just pick any old Edomite. You gotta have certain characteristics about yourself, a certain ruthlessness, you know what I mean?
That's why they got Donald Trump off. They thought how retarded he was.
God, they like,
in multiple movies, like from 1970, the movie entitled Brotherhood of the Bell, as well as the one with Matt Damon, Good Shepherd.
Oh yeah.
That's basically, you know what I'm saying, them, you know what I'm saying, they was, you know what I'm saying, right. That's the fact that they do that, right? They do these different skull and bone universities, you know, these different prominent universities throughout the United States of America, right? So everything that the brother's saying, you know, accurate. It's you know what I'm saying, it's certain information that these devils put out there that basically, you know what I'm saying, back up what brothers are saying.
That's right.
I got it. All right, this Proverbs 11:4 say, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. So Esau, man, you know, riches don't profit you in the day of wrath, man. And that's what's coming, man. The wrath of Yahweh to repent you, devil. And riches can't deliver you from that. And righteousness deliver you from death, but you don't know righteousness, Esau. And the Lord didn't set you up to know righteousness. So you fuck, Esau.
Right. And that's what's gonna get us, Lord willing, out of this situation that's about to come, man. That's right. Jake don't understand, because look, Jake and the rest of America and the other people around the world, they think they gonna get delivered, like, you know what I mean? Oh shit, well, if you talking about race war gonna have, I got this prepared. Oh yeah. If you talking about family gonna have, I got this stored up. If you talking about the nuclear missiles, I got a jet. No, nigga, ain't none of that gonna say.
You saw the news where that Edomite, he was a millionaire, a stockbroker. He was him and somebody else was underground. They was building a bunker. And one of the guys got injured and got killed, and they sentenced the millionaire Edomite to 9 years in prison for that. Damn. Involuntary manslaughter, because he was helping them build an underground bunker.
Right, and if I say this too, because like y'all talking about the elites, they really think that the so-called wisdom that they have, that they possess on this side, they think that that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, allow them to prosper or prevail too in a time of trouble. But the scriptures say, when you read Isaiah the 47th chapter, they said, if maybe doubt may be able to profit or prevail, because you know what I'm saying. So right, ain't nothing that you devils, you know what I'm saying, ain't nothing that you devils gonna be able to do. Scripture talk about that when you read Psalm the 49th chapter, it ain't gonna be a ransom. That's right. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to pay a ransom for your brother, so on and so forth. Right.
I got a precept.
Right, because the Lord, right, the Lord, you know what I'm saying, y'all shed the blood of who y'all enemy called Jesus Christ. So right, what you think he want in return, like the brother was going into about the justice, even on a lower scale, with Jake in this society, you know, and you know what we're going through today. That's right. You know, and you got it out.
All right, this is Exodus 9:16. And in very deed for this cause have I raised thee up for to show thee my power, and that my name may be declared throughout all the earth. As yet exalt thyself against my people, that thou will not let them go.
Yeah.
Hey, so these devils got that wisdom and power only because the Lord, to make the Lord name it, you know.
That's right, bro.
And we know what the Lord capable of, not what you devils capable
Yeah,
of.
right, because ultimately, because by us starting with the Apostle Elder Great Millstone, pushing the name of Yahweh Baal Shem Yahweh Shai and the law, the commandments, right, that's gonna make the Lord, because right, that's gonna prevail and trump with these devils and the power that they possess,
That's right.
so to speak, you know.
That's right.
I got one real quick, man. Where you going?
And that's why, man, hey, Mitch McConnell, and when you actually sit back and think about it, right, see, that was like the brother said, it's only a certain amount of, or a select, you know what I'm saying, particular group, or elect, a chosen, a hand chosen, you know what I'm saying, amount of people that's gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying, wrap their mind around the fact that the shit that Mitch McConnell really said about no to the reparations, he was in the spirit really. You know what I'm saying? By him even saying that, he said that ain't a good idea. Because he's right. That's not a good idea, because what? That will further perpetuate the, you know what I'm saying, the downfall, that will further perpetuate the downfall and the destruction of our nation, right?
Yeah.
By giving them reparations.
And it'll also make the scriptures true too. Because the scriptures talking about they should seek to please the poor.
That's right.
That's just to make a prophecy go to pass.
Because Jake, you know, the bad habits Jake got, man, all the wicked shit, like, you know, Jake, you know, doing drugs and all that stuff like that, they will go full indulge into that shit, man. There won't be no limit to it, man.
Yeah,
You
they
know what I'm saying?
overcompensate for
And guess what? The scriptures also talk about in Haggai how we already make money to put it into a bag of holes. The money, so the $1 million that Esau would give Jake, what Jake gonna do? Give it right back to him.
Yeah.
The money gonna go right back, and it ain't like Jake gonna sit on it and create. You know, you got some Jake. You know what I'm
during
saying?
tax time, during tax season, the government, these might they pump out billions of dollars into the economy. And then what it do? You know what I'm saying? Right, they hyperinflate shit, they put the price up on certain things that Jake, you know what I'm saying, that Jake want or need, they necessities, rent go up, you know what I'm saying, the price of living go up. Right, yeah, the food, you know, right.
And then that money go right back out, but it go out quicker with less goods because the damn devil.
If I can say this, man, this devil, Mr. McConnell, he talked about them paying for their original sin of slavery. Scripture talk about that, how you drunk upon the Lord's holy mountain, y'all shall drink and swallow down, right? Robert Kushai get Jeremiah 49 right quick, in verse 12, because the scripture talk about that, you know what I'm saying, he's whose judgment will not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunk it, right?
Yeah.
So going back to the original point, you know what I'm saying, that brothers was making about these reparations and the fact that this devil, specifically, this was standing out to me, bro, because this devil talking about that they paid for their original sin of slavery. No. They ain't paid for your original sin of slavery yet. So
Jeremiah 49:12. Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare.
Yep.
I have
the Lord have bare, like, you know what I'm saying. When you born, when you come out your mother's womb, butt ball naked, so to speak, man. Yeah, right. The heavenly Father, he exposed, you know, all the secrets of these real Edomites, right? The heavenly Father, he exposed it. Through what? Through the word, you know.
Jeremiah 49:10, but I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and
and some of these secret places of Esau is these different names that the devil, you know, acquired over the generations. Russians. But the main one is what?
White.
Yeah, right. Was that go back to 1680? You know, because the another Red Hebrew Edomite, her name Jacqueline Badalora. She came out with the book Birth of a White Nation. So right, that's how you devils ain't, you know what I'm saying, able to hide yourself, right? So cause through what? A process of elimination. You know what I'm saying? Got it, right?
And it says his seed is spoiled, and his brethren.
His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, which y'all was just, the brother was just going in about how Esau said, fuck it, we gonna make all they ass like this, and y'all don't want to get with the program. You know, Esau said, yeah, spoil all these niggas here. We just gonna live good, you know? Fuck them. We gotta sacrifice. That's the thing about it too, man, right? Cause these devils, you know what I'm saying, that's how they get their power, by sacrificing their loved one. They show you that in the movie King Arthur. The one movie where he got the sword and put both hands on it. His brother had to sacrifice, his daughter.
Yep. He had to keep doing it. He kept doing it.
Yeah, in order to, stay in that position.
Y'all sure would,
Verse 11, this you're good.
Yeah.
Jeremiah 49:11. Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust in me. For thus saith the Lord, because they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?
Right.
Let me read that back one more time.
Come on,
Jeremiah 49:12. For thus saith the Lord, because they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunk.
Yeah, that's right. What is the cup referring to? The slavery that we went to, right? We didn't want to go through that. And basically, that's what these devils, and that's why you could tell Mitch McConnell, that's why he said that we paid for our original sin of slavery. No. These devils don't want to go into slavery, bro. They're reluctant to, They goats, you know what I'm saying? We went, quietly. We didn't make no noise, man. But these devils.
You made a point, bro. You said these devils don't want to go to slavery because the reason that when we out there preaching and we talking about they gonna go to slavery and they down for their kingdom, you gotta think about it, bro. They thinking of all the hard work they did to reach this pinnacle. They America's at an all-time high, bro. They get certain achievements and certain things they figuring out how to utilize certain materials and getting certain advancements in civilization. And they looking at like, damn, man, like this is good. This is where we want to be at. So we talking about all this shit about to get collapsed and we gonna go into slavery. They think about the fighter jets. They paying $2.7 billion to get made. They think about the houses they just made. Certain like I said, technological advancements that they just not reaching. And then when we talking about they going to slavery, like nigga, we work this fucking hard. Y'all talking about putting in slavery? Oh hell no! So that's why the attitude with the niggas, man.
And one of the crazy thing is that's how you know these devils they delusional because they got delusions of grandeur, man.
Yeah, right.
Because really they ain't put no work in. They basically all they did was. And really, they ain't do nothing.
Lord put
they
out
was
a
vessel, right?
huh?
They was the spirit. They was just a vessel. You know what I'm saying? To basically fulfill the will of the Heavenly Father. They were just they was pawns.
Right.
And the Heavenly Father was moving them around and putting them in certain positions that they in today, man. They ain't do no work, man. All the ideas that they got from what? The spirits on the left hand side. So they ain't really do no work.
And through the spirit, the scriptures say the natural man receiveth not the things that be of the spirit of the Most High, because he's carnal. So in so many words, he's not gonna want to go out without a fight. His blessed being the sword, he being a carnal man that he is, he's reluctant to go in slavery. He gonna want to put up a fight to not want to give up everything
in the kingdom.
Exactly. He gonna want to put up a fight to not want to give up everything that he feel that he owns, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm gonna finish that. And I gotta close on this. Jeremiah 49:12. It say, for thus saith the Lord, because behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken.
That's right.
And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?
Right. So these devils, that's what they really think in their mind, bro. Yeah, they really think that they gonna go unpunished for all the atrocities and the persecution and the affliction that they put on you Negroes, Latinos, niggas, and millennials, man. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not go unpunished.
Yeah, thou shalt not go unpunished, Mitch McConnell. Right. You ain't gonna go unpunished, man. Just cause they said we made several advances by fighting the Civil War. We elected our first African American president. That don't make no difference, bro. That ain't no saying. Go ahead, you got it.
And it says, thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it.
Yeah, thou shalt surely drink of it.
I got a precept that the Lord said this first one. The Lord said the cup gonna pass unto thee, man.
That's right, bro.
That cup that we drunk of to the wrath of the Yahweh Shimon Shah. You saw you gotta get it passed to you, bro.
Yeah.
And we both gonna be at the bar, bro. We already took our shot.
That's right.
He saw I gotta take your shot.
That's right. He hell bent on putting went in jail for breaking his law, and he got his saying you can't do the time, don't do the crime.
Right.
Well, guess what? That's why that's hitting you right back in the face, man.
I got one. Lamentations 4:22. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
It's accomplished, meaning that it's at an end. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that, you know what I'm saying, it's finito.
That's right.
You know, we at the finish line, right? It's accomplished. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
That's right. We ain't right, because that's what these devils gonna do. Right. That's what they want to do. They want to put us in captivity all over again with their new world order. New agenda they pushing, man. That's what they want to do. They want to put us. They want to re-put us back into captivity.
Oh, and that's the whole "Make America Great Again" slogan.
And this is the point right here, though. It says, "He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will cover thy sins."
Isaiah 47:3.
That's right. That whole chapter, man.
God ain't get it.
Yeah, he gonna visit your iniquity, man. The Heavenly Father gonna judge the iniquity that you devils have perpetuated on the planet Earth.
That's right.
You know?
Baba Kashay, y'all done there?
Yeah.
I got good clothes out, Baba Kashay.
That's right.
Baruch chapter 2, I'm gonna start at verse 30, but I'm gonna read to 35, the end of the verse. End of the chapter, Slovakia. Baruch 2 and 30, and y'all can chime in, as the spirit permit. It says, "For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves." And through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua in this land here, landmass of America, we came back to the remembrance, knowing that we are Yasharallah.
Yes.
Yeah, it says, in the land of our captivities.
That's
right.
Yeah.
The brothers woken up throughout all the four corners of the earth.
That's right.
This devil
That's
full hard to keep this from us, but he knew one day it was gonna come, man. Now it's coming, dude. We can't handle it.
Like a freight train
on the roofs.
That's right.
Yeah, well, like Cain when he was Cain, he got that mark on the I can't bear this. My butt is more than I can bear.
That's right. That's right. You're gonna take this one. Verse 31.
And man, right.
That's
right. He claimed to be this intellectual individual. You know what I'm saying? This superior, you know what I'm saying, race of people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Take it. Take that shit on the chin. That's how you know we're real men, bro. Right.
Real big show.
He afraid to do the bid. He afraid to do the bid, man.
Verse 31. "And shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I give them," and through the spirit, I gotta say this right quick. You know it's the Most High who set up this base man to be above us, man.
Yes.
This base man ass Esau, he having sex with sheep. He doing all kind of immoral shit, but he above us.
Right.
You know it's a power that did that, man.
Bro, that's the only logical explanation.
He said that the Lord walked on all fours, man, like an animal.
How the hell is that? If you a Jake coming to the camp, how else could you explain that? You
the
hell, man.
This nigga done got there, he got there faded to where you only had one woman.
That shows you right there. This man is not a people of the Lord, man.
That's fruitful, man. That's right.
Yo, you gotta say Esau, man.
I'm gonna say real quick, and you wonder why it's you know what I'm saying, why these devils coming out with that Planned Parenthood shit, they eliminating that shit. Cause now they want to be fruitful, and now they want to multiply. It's too late. You know, it's too late for all that.
That's the little analogy I made with the retail shit, man. Here it is, you had everything high price, and you see niggas one buying it, now you want to drop it down. No,
it don't matter if you do that Planned Parenthood, because even when you did have it on us, man, we still fucking harder now, because when the Pharaoh oppressed us, we fucked harder, man.
That's when we became a nation. After the Egyptian captivity. So we went in, 70 strong? And we came out there.
Hey, that's why Jake be taking his woman too. That's sleeping on you.
We'll make Jake want to have sex even more. We'll kiss hell.
That's one of the main That's one of the main special evils.
But man, they all women, they like that too.
They show you that the movie 12 Years a Slave.
That's right, bro.
When Solomon Norfolk, if y'all remember the part when he was laying there on the floor with the one chick and she rolled over, y'all just started fingering her. She caught her nut and rolled back over.
Hell yeah, bro. That's the spirit Jake in. Jake can't tell. Jake look at sex as a stress reliever, bro. Like,
And what the main place?
Yeah, she got his hand, bro.
Right here on the soils of America. Right here on the soil. So it says here, Baruch 2:31, and shall know that I am the Lord, the Yahweh shall their power, for I give them an heart and ears to hear. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name.
Heart and ears to hear what? The truth, man.
That's right.
The true doctrine of Yahweh Shah, not Christianity.
Like you were saying yesterday, we ain't offended at hearing it.
Yeah.
Okay? We received the word and we running with it, man.
Right, bro.
Okay, that's how
We accepting the good.
Right.
Exactly.
That's what we try to explain to Jake. When we don't know how it is, if I was a Jake look at it like, we like, bro, anything that's wicked, we against it, bro. Cause Jake like you say your mom wicked? Yes, bro. Anything,
exactly.
And my mom, anybody. Bro, Father, I don't give a fuck, bro. Anything wicked to come against the truth, bro, I'm riding against it, bro. I'm riding with the Lord, bro.
Exactly.
Like, look, bro, I'm here, bro.
Baruch 2:33, you good, bro. Baruch 2:33, and return, because in a second it's about to get into reparation, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. And I will bring them again into the land.
Yeah, we remember what our forefathers did. That's why we bear the indignation.
That's right.
Because we are our forefathers.
Exactly.
So we remember what we did by forsaking the Lord, cleaving unto
And the Lord telling us repeatedly the things that we did. You know, he tell us repeatedly, and then we know the things repeatedly.
It's a constant thing. It's an old saying said, repetition is the father of learning.
That's right.
How you learn, especially humans, is if you do it over and over and over until you get it, till you master it.
I'm going stiff neck, so we gotta hear it constantly.
Yeah, constantly, man.
Jay Child, man, you gotta constantly tell them over and over.
Hell yeah, man. Hard hit.
Y'all brothers know they got them shit.
Right, you know what I mean? Brothers got your kids, all know, bro. Jake is a hard-headed fucking people.
By nature.
By nature, but it ain't our fault. It's the Lord put that. He made it that way. Yeah, he made it like this. You know, y'all can end it on that. You know?
No, it's like I got two more. Okay. Baruch 2:34. This is the reparations. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto the fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
The Lord said it with the oath, man.
He's
gonna hold you to that, Lord. You know what I mean? Because the apostle said, he like, man, when the Lord do something, you gotta hold the Most High to it, man. Real talk, bro. So we gonna hold the Most High to it, Lord. If you say you're gonna take this devil down, bro, take his ass down, man. We ain't gonna let you be like, oh, Lord. If you said the scripture say you're gonna do such and such against this motherfucker, I'm gonna hold you to it, bro.
That's right.
Hell yeah, bro. Because the Lord's scripture say he's a man shutting out lies. So guess what? He gonna hold you to it.
He ain't gonna write a check this
man. That's right, bro.
That's right.
And we banking on that, bro. Real talk, man.
Get us home, man. This is scripture, I believe, in the book of Jeremiah that talk about how his word is no longer gonna be prolonged. That's right. He said he's gonna make it come speedy.
Ezekiel 12.
That's right, that spirit. Well, I was thinking Jeremiah, but not this.
No, it's Ezekiel, bro.
If you got Father Shah, he said it shall no longer be prolonged.
One of my eyes was talking about
real quick, and get ready to close. You got it, bro. Because hey, man, we gotta hold through the spirit part. How about you? Shah, he hold us accountable and vice versa, man. In a respectable manner.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't know like they get my black boys, brother might be dicks together.
What was one y'all wanted?
Like you said, 12.
I believe Ezekiel 12 chapter started 21.
He said shall no longer be prolonged.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, Ezekiel 12, verse 21.
Wow.
And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is this? What is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged and every vision faileth? Tell them, therefore, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will make this proverb cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision.
There it is.
And there shall be no more nor any vision, nor flattery, divination within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall no more prolong. For in your days, O rebellious house, I will say
your
the word.
days. That's right.
What?
And then we not seeing, we hear the boys and rumors report. Pestilence in diverse places. The pest that walk in dark. We got measles. We got outbreaks of goddamn measles. We got the bubonic plague. We got Ebola on the rise. We got hear the boys rumors report with Iran. We got uproars of the people. The yellow vest protest. It's not being prolonged. If you got the eyesight to see it, bro. That's a damn good scripture, man. And the Lord is making it manifest in our time, and that should solidify your faith because He's manifesting His words.
That's right, bro.
It says Baruch 2:34, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it.
Lords.
And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. This is the last one. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people, and I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them. That's the real reparation.
That's right.
To no longer be desolate. We gonna no longer be diminished. We're gonna rule in righteousness. We're gonna get everything our heart desires.
We're gonna actually own shit.
Lords of it, brother. And masters.
And the most thing that the brothers can't wait for is to be at peace, man.
Yes.
To finally be at peace with oneself.
Look what that word say, Lord. When the Lord says we're gonna be Lord, someone or something having power, authority, or influence, a master or ruler.
And we don't have that right now.
There it is.
We don't have that
right now.
We're not looking for that, man. Because our forefathers, they own the things that they had acquired, man. You don't own shit, bro. You don't own your car. You don't own your life, bro.
The child, the children.
Child, nothing, bro. So we gotta get the fuck up out of this.
That's right.
Man. And how can we end it off, bro?
Yeah, man. We looking forward to this devil going down, man, real soon, man. Cause we tired of this shit, man. Hey, Lord, your house shot. He can't wait to get off that throne, man. He on that throne, just you know.
Right.
Come on. Put me in. Yeah.
And what I heard the elders say, hey, the angels, when your house shot come back to destroy you, the angels ain't gotta go get suited up. They already ready.
And go,
They already on shit right now, man.
You know what I mean? Strap up.
They just wait to shoot some shit up, man. They wait, man. Come on.
Oh, so if I may briefly expound, I ain't gotta get it, but Revelation 7 chapter, that the wind should not blow upon the earth to the elect be sealed. Revelation 7:1. You know, so the angels is ready. You know, with the four winds, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, they all four.
Revelation 7:1.
You know, Zephaniah, I believe it's 1 and 12 or whatnot. It said that the angels they inquire of us, man. Yeah. They say, how long, Lord, you gonna let this man continue on while your people gonna beat down?
That's right. That's right.
So the angels they want this bad too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, our brothers, right?
Yeah, right. They
ready to put it work.
They been put
Let's go. See our brothers getting, you know what I'm saying, beat down and oppressed. You know what I'm saying? Taking advantage of course, you gonna ask your father. Yeah, you know, through spirit. No matter how bad your brother was, it's still my brother.
And when you see your brother whooping your brother,
through the spirit that Moses saw his brother being and had to take matters in his hand, you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't like that. Exactly. And through the spirit also, like the Apostle Hardy always alludes to, one angel can kill the entire earth.
Man, what?
The entire earth. One. The Lord comes with real power, bro. He comes with some real power, man. You got it, bro.
Like I said, man, with that, we're gonna give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Shabbat Shalom, great Milson, blessed are the elect, Q6, confusion faces. We're going to say Shalom,